Okay, we should be live. Hello, everyone. Hope y'all are having a good start to your Sunday. Well, I guess it's middle of the day on Sunday, but I am here to help. So I hope everyone is doing well. Perfect. Alrighty, let's make sure we're good here. We are good. Hello, everybody. A little multitasking here. I am about to paint, so that's gonna be fun. But I figured I'd go live and talk to all of you guys and hopefully be able to help. So, big thing though that a lot of people have been asking about is going to be what happens if a hurricane causes my Prometric Center to cancel on me. So that's going to be the big thing that we'll talk about in just a moment. Just some last minute stuff before the boards, like what should you do in this last couple of days? Should you bother taking a practice exam today or anything? So we'll talk about a couple of things like that. And then just if you're taking it later, what's going on. So we'll say if you're taking it later, I will be having my masterclass webinar on Sunday, the 20th of this month. I have not set up the link yet for it, so I will be sending that out to you guys shortly. For those of you taking it in January. Now, if you're taking it in October, do not sign up for this unless for some reason you don't take the exam or something like that, or you end up not passing, which we're not going to manifest that. We're not going to put that energy out there, but again, this is going to be for people taking the exam in January or later. And again, if you guys have any questions, just let me know. Just kind of toggling around. Yeah, so if you guys have any questions, just let me know. As for other announcements, I think that's pretty much it. If you guys want to and want to review the last minute review session, you can. But I mean, there's not much time left, so yeah, I would get paid if you bought it, but I just feel like it's kind of too close to the exam. That I feel like it might not be worth it at this point, just because of the proximity to test day. Other than that, how y'all feeling about the test? We got a couple people on here, so that's good. I mean, it's gonna be here in a second. I hope you all are doing well in general. But yeah, we'll talk about that next. Yeah, it's starting to get nervous. People are like, it's happening. It's happening, guys. It's happening. Hopefully I don't miss anything on TikTok. I'm so sorry, TikTok people, if I miss things. But yeah, we got a question about, and this is what I kind of said I would talk about in just a moment here, of what should you do? And for TikTok people, hi, I'm down on the floor. What should you do the day leading up to the test? So honestly, the day before, there's some mixed reviews. Some people are just like, oh, study the day before. And then some other people are like, oh, don't study anything. Honestly, if you feel like not studying is going to make you more anxious than studying a little bit, then just study a little bit. It's not going to be I just wouldn't pick any new subjects that you don't know a lot about or anything like that. If you're going to study anything the day before, it's just reviewing something that you either already know, just want another quick pass at. Nothing too crazy. Is 3 months a good amount of time for studying for the exam? Yes. That's usually my recommended amount. About 3 months. 3 months is usually good. I can't do my board. If I can't do my board this week, do I wait until January? Okay, so everybody, listen up, friends. What happened first of all, anybody in the way of this next hurricane, I'm sorry that you're getting hit again. This is crazy. I actually have family who lives in Tampa, so I'm a little worried about them as well. They've been through a lot of hurricanes, though. I'm really mostly worried about my cousin with type 1 diabetes, so they got backup generators to the backup generator, so she should be good on insulin and stuff like that, and not too terribly concerned with that. But if for some reason, and TikTok people, I know I'm on the floor right now, so you can't really see me. If for some reason you cannot take your test because the hurricane or even Helene, if you're in a location where Helene like went through and it's just completely wrecked where you're at, if like people still don't have power, you're still running into issues and stuff like that. If that happens, what will happen is the Prometric Center will tell you that you can't test at that location and that you will need to reschedule. Now, there's a chance they will give you a rescheduled date at a Prometric Center that's farther away, or they will give you a rescheduled date like a couple days out or something like that. Because they've been having to reschedule people who are taking like the SAT, ACT, GRE, all of that sort of stuff. So they've been rescheduling people who have to do that already. And if they have to, and so those people are going to be taking up the slots, probably leading into the where people would be taking the October exam. Now, if that ends up happening, you will get an email from Prometric Center. Okay, so you will get an email from the Prometric Center stating that they cannot accommodate you to take this test and that your testing slot is canceled. Now, if that ends up happening, what you're going to do is you need to call the FSBBT and let them know the situation. Usually they do end up knowing, but it's good to let them know and asking them, what is your available testing window and stuff like that. Prometric should get you rescheduled, no problem, because this happens every time the test is offered. Some Prometric Center can't accommodate people. One of them, like the power wasn't turning on. Sometimes the AC is broken. If you live in like Miami, that's not good. So it just is. So I'm used to seeing stuff like this happen. They will get you rescheduled. You'll still be able to test. It's not like they're going to keep you from being able to test for the October board exam. You just might have to wait a couple days or go to a different center or just, obviously changing when you're actually going to be taking the test. But it's not too complicated of a process to get rescheduled and everything. Just have some patience and don't panic. You still will be able to test. Unfortunately, I'd like to let you know this the day before your exam, like at 8 p.m. at night, the day before you take your test. So sometimes they might just schedule you for the following day or a couple days later. The good news is if you end up having to take the exam like a week later, because sometimes they'll end up doing that, you'll get your results like within like a day or two instead of having to wait a week. So let's say that they're like, hey, we're giving you a new date to take the test. You have to take the test on the 16th of October. By that point, people should already get their results back who took it on the original date. So actually they'll be able to grade your test faster because they already have the data from everybody else's test. So they'll be able to grade it faster. So that's the good news. And I guess you get a couple extra days to study. But if you end up in a situation where you have to take it a little later, that means that there's probably something bad going on in your area. So that's not good. So that's how that will work. So you'll still be able to take it. So don't panic. You'll still be able to take the test. It just will be at a different time, potentially different area, if that makes sense to everybody. If that makes sense. Hope that makes sense. Let me just check everywhere. Hello, friends. What do you mean withdraw? Like withdraw from your test? That you'll do through the FSBBT website. Now, if you want to withdraw at this point, you're gonna lose the entirety of your test money. So you're gonna have to pay the whole amount of money again. Now, if you're withdrawing from like the January exam, moving to April or something like that, then you're good. But if you withdraw, then at this point, because it's less than 5 days out from the test, you will have to pay the entirety of the cost of the exam. But you can withdraw at this point if you want to. If you got a 565 on this, your most recent P, that's still, I wouldn't feel comfortable with you taking it. I'm going to be straight up and just be honest with you. I would, have you taken any tests since then? Because if that was a few weeks ago, your score's probably different now. Hold on, we gotta move the computer. Hi, friends. Ooh. Let's see, that's kind of close. And then somebody had a question on Instagram, so I'm gonna get to that in just a second. Alrighty, let me make sure I didn't miss anything on TikTok. Hi, TikTok people. Sorry for hiding back here. I don't need to hide. Yeah, if you withdrew, like you're good. Like the FSBPT will tell you all the rest of the stuff that you need to do. You'll just sign up for the next test. I've taken all 4 PEAT exams with my other attempts, and I've only done score builders. Should I take the same PEAT again? I mean, if you want to. How are you scoring on all the tests that you took? Just know if you have to repeat that PEAT, just being aware that it's not going to be the 100% accurate because you're retaking it, but it's still like it's not a waste of time. You know what I mean? Oof. Hello, friends. I'm here. I'm sorry that I'm hiding. Here we'll move TikTok over. Hi, TikTok land. Hope you all are doing well. Yep, but that's pretty much when it's going to happen if something happens with your test. The important thing is that you stay safe at this point. No exam is worth your life, especially since y'all are still recovering from last week's hurricane. For Florida peeps, not to make light of the situation, but Florida, too scary there. But then people say that about snow when I show them snow. So I guess it's a double-edged sword. Because some people I know could never handle snow. And ice storms are wild. But yeah. So if anybody has any questions, just let me know. I'm just gonna be hanging out. I'm just gonna be hanging out with me while I get all this stuff done. I'm painting this room blue. And yes, I am very unserious, which is fine. Brandon, how you doing? Oof. Alrighty, I think I have up to date on everyone. So are most of you guys taking the October test? We're ready to get this exam over with, yeah. So if you're at that point where you're just like, just give me the freaking exam, that means you're ready. That means you're ready. And like, it's just you gotta go do it now. So especially like if you have scored above 630 on your most recent PEAT, you're definitely ready to go. The important thing is just stay calm on test day. Like test day, just like people can do really well on their practice exams and then fall apart on test day. Just the important thing is just staying calm, staying focused, stay collected, and not like gaslighting yourself out of the right answer. I'm in Florida.
Florida will be okay. I'm ready to go over with. Yes. When I'm ready for this. Yeah. So that's another thing. Like, think about like where were you last time you took this test and where are you now? And you'll have a better, you'll really feel like you're on top of things. I mean, if you want to call Prometric and make sure that you're canceled, that's fine. But usually they call you the day before anyways and say like, hey, you have this test tomorrow. Do they still do that? Do they still call people and say like, hey, you have an appointment here tomorrow? Or like email people? Do they still do that? I feel like my boyfriend's like place did that. I can't remember. I mean, if you want to call, but like, I mean, you can always just like go to your appointment slot time and just make sure it's not there. I mean, when did you cancel? I've only got emails. Yeah, I don't even know if I got an email. I think I just showed up and I was like, am I supposed to be here right now? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, okay, cool. Good to know. Glad I'm at the right spot. But someone else, you canceled a month ago, then you're probably fine. I mean, you can always just make sure that you canceled. You had to make sure you canceled on Prometric as well. Because you have to cancel your time slots. So you have to do both. Because nobody talks to each other at anything anymore. It's annoying. Yes, we in the new house. Okay, hold on. We're gonna show people around. Casey's asking about it. Okay, Nick's bed. We got. This is gonna be, guys, sneak peek. This is the new PTA elevation room. New PTA elevation room. My room, I got the adjustable bed. I'm excited. And then we also, because I'm book smart, not street smart, guys. And so if you know me personally, you know this. I also painted the other bathroom the same color. So yeah. New house, what's up? So I'm going to be painting it that blue color. This yellow color it's just not doing it for me. I don't know about you guys. Are you guys yellow people? Swift is worth 1.6 billion now. Let's go. You know your stuff. Somebody asked, can you eat on the 15-minute break? Yes. I wouldn't say like a full course meal. Like bring like if you would have granola bars and stuff like that. Like a little snack. So you can have that. During your break, I would just bring something that's light. I would make sure you eat something that you've eaten before, because the last thing you want is for that to like either one, upset your stomach, two, trigger a migraine or something like that. So yeah, you'll be able to have water and a snack on the 15-minute break. You'll keep that food in your locker, so bring it inside. Can you have cough drops or gum? I believe so now. Definitely cough drops. But you have to like show them it, and they literally will be unwrapped. So bring like a plastic bag. Because what they don't want is for you to like be writing the answers or cheating with the paper there. Like on the back of the cough. What is that? Yeah, you can bring stuff. I didn't bring anything peanut buttery because I was just conscious of other people who might have peanut allergies. So like I would have hated to be the guy to send somebody in like anaphylactic shock while they're trying to take their board exam. So I just didn't bring anything peanut based. But that was just me. I was like just like a little bit scared. Yeah, you're allowed to go to your locker and grab your food and water. So like when you go to your locker, like don't touch your phone, don't touch your smartwatch, like just grab your food and then close it back up. So you're not giving them any ammo to like be like, you're cheating. Even though I'm not saying I'll touch your phone or anything, that yeah, you can't touch your phone on the break. I feel like that's pretty. I felt like that was pretty obvious, but I have to say it. I've been using the Study with Smitty guide. I like it a lot. It's a good resource to have. Yeah, Keely usually hops on here and says hi. She's good. How early do you suggest arriving? I tell people arrive 40 minutes before your scheduled time, especially if you're going to take it in the afternoon. Because if you arrive early in the afternoon, you might be able to go right in and get started. Because, there's always going to be somebody who doesn't show up on exam day. And there's probably people who, they have the first slot of people come in at 8 or something in the morning. And then if you're going in at 1 p.m. or something like that, then there's probably people who are done. Like I finished my exam in just under 3 hours. So there's probably people who finished. So there's probably space available. So if you're like, hey, I'm here, they're like, cool, get in there. And then you're one less person for them to worry about when they have the rush of people all come in. Plus, I just feel like when you're standing in that line waiting, it just starts building my anxiety. So I'm like, I don't want to be here kind of thing. So I'm like, I'm just not going to deal with that. That's just me. I just feel like it's a little much. But yeah. Yeah. Did you suggest taking every 15-minute break? You only get one 15-minute break after section 2. You get one 15-minute break. Any other time, if you want to take another 15-minute break, that's fine. But the clock's going to keep running. Yeah, you only get the one 15-minute break after section 2. So it's like the PET. Like, have you taken the PET exams? Because those are exactly like the real thing. Now, I do know some people who would clock out between every part of the test, every practice exam, or every section. Like, the clock would keep running, but they were good on time. So they could afford to have 5 minutes, and then they just got out of the testing center, walked around obviously in the lobby. Don't leave the testing center. Don't go outside. Oh, are you taking the PT exam? Filet mignoniano. Is Casey still on here? Hi, Michaela. I saw you messaged me. I didn't get to your message yet because I just quickly switched over to answer on here. Casey's not here. Yeah, because the PTA exam is 4 hours. The PT exam is 5. And they're both stupid long. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything on YouTube. Sorry. Prometric refunded my money. Okay, well, if they refunded your money, then they're not expecting you to be there because everybody's greedy. And would keep your money. Yeah. I got a 698 or 697 on my retired Pete. Thanks to you. I think I'm ready the second time. Yeah, you sure sound like it. That's a good score. Good job. Take your NPTE on Tuesday. Woo woo. Get it over with. Get it over with. How would you compare your exams to the PET exam? Are they meant to be harder? Mine a little bit harder just because, it's me writing it. I'm a third party person. I don't have all the research and, all the fancy, data analysis behind my test like the boards have to make it a truly accurate and 100% fair test. However, I do feel like I cover a lot of topics that are fair game on the test. And I use my tests there's a lot of people out there that how they study for tests is just basically how they take tests and then review them and learn from them. Mine is set up like that, where you can take the test, you watch all the rationale videos, it explains everything. So yeah, so they're probably a little harder just because they don't have the, all that data analysis and research behind them, because it's just me writing it to try to help people out. But I do feel like it's a good tool. Generally, if people pass my test, they pass the real thing, but I will tell people if they're between taking my test and the PED exams to go take the PED exams because that is the most accurate thing. I take mine Wednesday, but I'm sick with some sinus infection. The score builders is just going to test you on things that are similar to the actual test, but it's not going to be the same wording. It's just different. Your practice exam was tough, but I found it super helpful reviewing. Yeah, that's what I make my exam more to review it afterwards because then you get the whole reps of those things. Oh shit, my fantasy team, guys. Oh, sorry, TikTok people. Hold on. Hold on, TikTok. I will be back. I need to update my fantasy team. Hopefully the TikTok people don't get mad. I think I have it updated. I'm a little nervous for this weekend. I don't know why. I'm still winning my league. Should I buy score builders and therapy ed? If you want to. I mean, you're taking it later, so you have time. I think I'll leave everybody in that I have in. Yeah, I'm gonna leave everybody in. All right. TikTok, I'm back. My fantasy team is good. We're good. All right, I'll be right back, friends. I need to grab a step ladder. Somebody was like, you're just gonna be like painting while you're on the live. I was just like, I feel like people do weirder stuff when they're on like TikTok live. Let's be honest, guys. People do weirder stuff. Podcasts are helpful. Thanks, friends. I really try to make it a good, sit there and learn stuff. 625 on the T. That's pretty good. I'd say you're pretty good to go. I'm not worried about that score. All right, guys. If I fall on live, I've memorized my boyfriend's number. I'll be like, call him. Ooh, this is grubby as fuck up here. So sorry, guys. I can't see any messages for a moment while I put this up. But, I mean, big thing is the day before the test. It's like, I would think it's more important to schedule what you're doing after the test because you want to make sure you have something fun to look forward to. And if your idea of fun after the test is just going home and taking a fat nap, that's also okay. I think that's perfectly fine. Now, what kind of patient would we not want to do this? Anybody with Parkinson's? Oh, man. I really hope I don't fall. There's at least like 50 people watching me. Also, that would just not be the vibe. We don't need that. These are some ugly ass vents. Oh, I guess they used to have gas heating in this house. Interesting. I'm learning a lot about houses, guys. Very steep learning curve, this home ownership shit. My mom was playing around with her water softener, and I'm 90% sure she broke it. So we're gonna have to figure that out. Oh. I'll be down in a moment because I gotta move this, but when I get to the next spot, I'll be able to answer a couple more questions. Just not tall. Having a house, I think it benefits you to be tall. I am getting good at this painting stuff, I think. I don't know. I don't want to step on the toilet over there. I don't know if I can get this corner up here, guys. It's not going to be a good paint job up here in the corner. It's just going to, that doesn't work. Maybe I can do it here. Okay, that kind of worked. But anyways, keep dropping your comments because I'll be able to answer all of them in just a moment. Why is it collapsing on itself? Stop doing that. Okay. Good enough. I can always sponge that later. All right, friends. Come back down. Didn't fall. We're good. Excellent. All right, let's answer everybody's things. 620 on the Pete. That's good. Core builders of therapy. I'd already answered that. Perfect. TikTok's where we got all the questions. All right. Take my Wednesday. Yeah, if you're sick, just make sure you got they got like cough drops and stuff like that. So you're not that guy that's like I took a Pete a few weeks ago and got a 606 and I got a 582. Basically, big thing is just stay calm on exam day. You're still in that range where you definitely have a really good shot of passing. Just staying calm on exam day and answering the questions. If you see a question like, is this really too easy? It might be. Just answer it that way. And just take it one step at a time and just don't freak out. That's the big thing. If you do that, like I've seen people increase their score by like 50 points from their last Pete on the test day just by staying calm. Like, you'd be really surprised about that. Yeah, no, I think more people should talk about what they're scoring on things, because I think there's just a lot of stigma that people are like, oh, like I'm too nervous to tell people my score because I feel like I'm stupid or something like that. Like, no, you're not dumb. It's honesty. Like, people fail their tests all the time. I'd rather you fail the test, learn from it, and keep going rather than feel embarrassed and then never want to learn. Sometimes it does drop right before. Yeah, the keywords. Yeah, sometimes marking it is not the option for people because sometimes yeah, people will change their answers. So just be careful. Don't change your answers unless there's indisputable evidence to change it, guys. Don't be that guy. Don't be convincing yourself that you're answering it wrong. You're probably actually answering it right. So where did the tape? Oh, it's up there. All right, friends, another time up into the abyss. I don't feel like I'm being very safe. Well, on the bright side, if I end up falling and it's something with the bad integrity of this, at least we know. Did I just drop that? That was scary. This is almost as scary as taking the board. I learned, yeah, you have to learn differently for studying for the boards than you are in PTA school. So I think a lot of people, unfortunately, spend a lot of wasted energy being like, my school didn't teach me this. My school didn't teach me that. And I'm just like, guys, it's different. Like, your school taught you how to go do your clinicals and pass your clinicals, but you guys did that. So they did teach you something. It's just different. Oh, yeah. Don't worry. I'm trying my best to be safe. I know it's trying to make this as quick as possible. I don't know. Maybe I need a different ladder. I'm sweating. I'm nervous. Ow. Ow. Better not burn myself. Make sure you guys study burns, though. PJ's like, we need you, Bree. Don't fall. Don't worry. Trying my best. Doing the best that we can. I just realized how silly this looks on Instagram right now. It's all good. I'm able to answer your guys' questions. That's all that matters. As long as I can answer everybody's questions, we're all good. All right. We have some questions on TikTok. Things to bring on test day: snack, water, 2 forms of ID. So you can bring like driver's license, student ID, credit card with your signature on it. Just basically 2 things that say your name so they know that you're good. As for piercings, usually it's 1 earring at each ear. For jewelry, they allow like wedding bands. Other than that, they kind of tell you to take a lot of the stuff out. Yeah. Oh, Beth, did you say something? From green to yellow. What do you mean from green to yellow? Like the area? I'm trying to see. I'm hating this blue. Yeah, I would just get a plastic insert for a nose ring. Just be safe. Sometimes some places literally don't care. They're like, whatever, you got a time slot, what's your name? Cool. And then they just like don't care. But some places are a little bit more specific. I feel like I should have done something different. Oh, I think oh, Beth, look, we got a great view here, guys. Woo! Look at that. We out here. We out here. We really out here. Gosh, this looks ugly in the corner over here. Oh, Beth was talking about the color. No, I'm coloring over this color. It went from green to blue. Blue in the other room. So we're going to blue. It's gonna be a light blue. You missed me showing around the room. I did a 5K this morning, guys. I'm really proud of myself. I finished in like just under 40 minutes. I'm a slow runner, so where's my slow runner gang? I'm extra slow. All right, this shouldn't be as bad. Yeah, Beth, so since I accidentally bought the 5 gallons of paint, I was like, I'll paint the bathrooms the same blue color. And the first one turned out really nice. So I was like, I'll do it again. Might as well. The longest part is putting this tape up. I feel like this is taking longer than anything. So sorry guys for the delay, but drop your questions while I'm finishing this section here. Oh, there's a little hook here. Got that there. We're almost there through this section, friends. Mind me. Probably not the most professional thing to be doing, but here we are. Here we are. Big thing though for anybody who just joined, if you're in Florida, please stay safe. We need you to be safe. We don't want anything bad to happen to you. Again, if your Prometric Center ends up closing, no worries, you will be able to reschedule and test. Let's look at all of our questions now. All right, look at this view. Yes. All righty. We have been, how long have I been on live for? 40 minutes. Wow. See, this takes so long. Yeah, if you want to get a plastic insert for your nose, that would be good. Yeah, and it's normal to be nervous. I feel like that's like the big thing is that just people are just in general very nervous, which is like fine. I think it's good to have a little bit of nerves because then you're serious about it. Some people go into it a little too nonchalant, and you need a little bit of nerves to, like, you know, highlight the importance of the situation versus like just being like nonchalant and being like, what did I do? Whatever. And it's like something to be like, whatever. Like yellow. Do you guys feel like this is too bright of a yellow? I feel like it's too bright of a yellow. That's just me. My dad's house is all yellow. So I'm like, too much yellow for Brie. Too much yellow. And it was all yellow. Literally every bathroom was all yellow. But what's yellow supposed to mean? Like that sounds like sad, right? The Coldplay song. I should probably look up what the lyrics mean. Alrighty. I keep messing this up. Anyways, if anybody else also has a good recommendations of where to get a nice couch, let me know. Because I need a couch. My boyfriend says the house is not a home without a couch. We kind of want a sectional. So if anybody has a good idea of where to get that, let me know. Okay, let me get this one part and then I'll come down. All right. Yeah, so the other room was like lime green before I painted it. So that's what that was the referencing. Yeah, no, I can't stay. Oh, I accidentally just went off of Instagram. Sorry. Sorry, Instagram. Accidentally just went off of that. Oops, my bad. Okay, we're back. Sorry, Instagram. Yeah, I don't like this yellow. Yeah. Good. Yeah, keep up the good work, everybody. Hope you guys are all doing well. I'm gonna finish taping this and then I'm gonna have to take the camera out because it's gonna get very painting in here. So, oh, I hope I'm close enough to do this. Good place I can. We're getting there. Gonna need to dust this real well before I paint over some of this part. The dust job we did was not good. But yeah, if you have any other questions, just let me know before I wrap it up. Be wrapping up here in the next minute or so. I think I'll have just enough painter's tape to do all of this, so that's good. Alrighty. Ooh. My arms are quite sore. If I had a rotator cuff pathology, this would be very hard to do. There's probably somebody that scrolled by me and that's the first time they're seeing me. They're like, why is she on the ceiling? Oh, what is going on? Almost there. Ugh. Ugh. Alrighty. I don't know when the last time these walls were ever dusted. But it's pretty grubby. Pretty grub. And last piece, friends. I didn't die. All right, guys, let me see if there's any other questions, and I'm going to wrap it up for today. All right, guys. Well, good luck with your studying. Good luck with the boards. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm here to help, and I will see y'all on the flip side. Bye, guys.